Tiling is one of those jobs that a lot of people have a go at, and yet it's very easy to spot a good job from a bad job. And yet, it's not that difficult to get it right if you follow some simple steps, and that's what this guide is all about. Let's start off by getting what we need. I'm no expert, but I know a man who is.
All right, boy. Good to see you.
Doing?
Oh,
Dave is a professional builder who's been in the game for years. He and I have done lots of renovation work, from building bespoke kitchens to building major extensions. He's got a no-nonsense approach born out of years of training and experience. I reckon Dad'll really like those.
Yeah, I agree. They're a nice tile, aren't they?
Classy.
All right. I'll work out how many tiles we need.
Working out the number of tiles you need isn't that complicated, but if you come into the store with dimensions of the room that you're doing, they will give you a hand. And you must always count a half tile as a full tile in your calculations, and then add 10% for breakages and replacements.
And another thing, Martin, when you get your tiles, get them all at once, because sometimes there's a slight variation in the colour when you get them out of the pack if they're from different batches. And another thing, when you get home, open the boxes up, take out the tiles and shuffle them around a bit so that if there is a slight discrepancy, it doesn't show up on your wall.
OK, good tip. Have you worked out how many we need?
Yeah, 20 boxes.
20?
Yeah, you're going to have to strengthen the car.
So what about tile adhesive then?
Well, we're going to get the waterproof tile adhesive here,
Right.
so we'll put a couple
It's
of those
bathroom,
in.
I suppose that's
Yeah, it's a
important.
bathroom, you want to keep it dry. And they've got a waterproof tile grout as well, so that's what we need. 2 bags of tile spacers. Don't bother using matches and bits of bent cardboard. These are so cheap, you might as well just use them and throw them away. Well, I'll get the professional wall adhesive trowel. That spreads it. We're going to need a grout float. That's for afterwards for finishing, so you get a good... You can work the grout into the line
OK.
really easily. And we're going to need
Sponges.
a couple of sponges.
Wash the car.
We're going to wash the car, but before we do that, we're going to wipe off the excess grout from around.
Now, what about tile cutters? Because there's quite a big choice here.
You know, with kit like this, get the best you can afford, because it makes the job so much easier. Otherwise, it's a long task on a wet Sunday, and you're not going to enjoy it.
OK.
So we'll take that one.
Anything else we need?
Yeah, there's a few other bits and bobs we need, isn't there?
OK. Other tools needed are a plumb bob and line, useful for lots of jobs around your home and essential for this job. So here we are back in my dad's bathroom, and as you can see, we've already done a bit of preparation. Well, actually, Dave's done a lot of the preparation. So, there you go. So what we've decided to do here is actually take the tiles off. Now, you can actually tile over existing tiles, but the problem with this bathroom was that it was only half tiles, and we will actually want to put tiles all the way up the wall. So, what condition were the walls in, Dave?
Well, they're fine. We were quite lucky with these tiles. They came off quite easily, the paper came off easily, and there's no big holes in there. Obviously, if you're going over new plaster, then you want to leave it to dry for a couple of weeks till all the damp patches have come out. But we're quite lucky, we're all right with this one.
OK. So now, what's this?
This is a measuring stick.
Now, I've heard of them. What is that for?
Well, this is a way of planning what your wall's going to look like with the tiles. What I've done is I've marked it out full tile width plus the grout line.
So that's what you've marked on here?
That's the grout line, 2 mil. And what you're going to do is you put it onto the wall like that.
OK.
Mark the tiles off. And we do this, we map it out so that we don't have any ridiculously small tiles to cut at the end. A, they're difficult, and B, they don't look too good. But I've been really clever here. What I've done with this one is I've got a half tile on there marked off, because we are going to use a long tile, and they always look better if they're done in a brickwork fashion with a staggered joint. So I'll show you what that's going to look like. There we go. Those are the tiles we're going to use. So the first row is going to be like that.
Right.
And the half tile line will be like that.
So what about the batten that's attached to the wall? What's that for?
Well, the batten on the wall there is our start point. Now, it's in there, it's absolutely flat. I know it's true, I can trust it. And from that point is where I'm going to start the tiling all the way up through the walls, using my measuring stick so I get the spaces right and evenly. Now, what I've done is I've put that one tile up, plus my grout line, plus a 4 mil gap at the bottom, so that I can put a line of mastic along the bath. The last thing you want to be doing is starting to tile straight off your bath, because it's going to slip, move, it's never going to be quite flat because this is a moulded bath.
So what's next?
Well, the next thing I'm going to do is going to drop a plumb line down in that corner there so I can get a good straight vertical line that's going to meet the horizontal line along there, so I can make sure that all my lines are in the right place. Then I'm going to go make a cup of tea because I've done most of the work, and you're going to start to putting the adhesive on the wall.
OK, right. Thank you very much. Don't forget you can get lots more details and top tips in the Good Ideas leaflets on this site if you're viewing via the web. We'll see you in our second film in the series for the actual tiling and finishing.